Test, test. Going live in 30 seconds.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Welcome, everybody. You've been beamed aboard. You are now aboard the mothership for another edition of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Every Monday at 9 a.m., folks. I know you're arriving at work and everything, so it's pretty safe to say that you're dressed and you're wearing pants, depending on your profession, of course. But chances are you're wearing pants. So when I beam you aboard, it's pretty safe. Now, on Inside the Mothership, Sundays at noon, that's a different story. Remember, I can zoom in on you and I know where you're at, but I can't see what you're doing. So, 9 a.m. Eastern on Mondays and 12 noon Eastern on Sundays. Make sure you're wearing pants. Okay? Just saying. There's been some complaints. Alright? Folks, welcome to the show. I am Alien Stone, broadcasting to you live from the other side of Planet Chaos, directly into your vagina holes on Alien X Radio in Detroit, Raw Talk Online in Florida, UG Media in the UK, WCET FM in South Carolina, Lime City Radio in Indiana, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, floating out there in space. And then we've got fantastic, fine affiliates around the world in syndication and replay. You know, places like New York City, little cities like that. 920 WON, The Apple. Chicago, we got 24.7 The Stream. Over in the UK, we've got WRFN 1025. WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And we'll hit those as we move along through the course of the show. Of course, I'll be giving you a replay of yesterday's Just a Few Questions, where I had Sir Unit of D, or is it Sir D of Unit, and Sir Martin of Mad, both answering just a few questions, and it went just about half an hour. It was about 39 minutes, or 29 minutes, rather. So it was very interesting. So we'll definitely do a replay on that. I'll bring you, of course, news from many different news affiliates, so you can pick and choose which news you want to go with, which one is real and which one is fake. I'll leave that all up to you. Also, sports update this week from our very own prospect. He is on the way. And music for your vagina holes, much, much more. But let's start things off the way we always do, with a bit of a history lesson here on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
We copy you down, Eagle.
July 20th, 1969.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin become the first men to walk on the moon. The astronauts set foot on the lunar surface during the Apollo 11 mission.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Armstrong and Aldrin collect nearly 50 pounds of lunar samples before leaving the moon. 1976. America's Viking 1 robot spacecraft makes the first landing of its kind on Mars. It's one of two Viking landers to transmit the first pictures from the surface of the Red Planet. 1944. Nazi Germany's dictator Adolf Hitler is wounded when a bomb explodes at his Eastern Front headquarters during World War II. It's a failed attempt by German military officials to assassinate Hitler, who takes his own life the following year as Soviet forces enter Berlin. 1919. Mountain climber Edmund Hillary is born in Auckland, New Zealand. Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first to reach the top of Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain in Asia's Himalayas. And 1947. Carlos Santana, the guitarist and songwriter whose work blends rock, Latin American music, blues, and jazz, is born in Mexico. Today in History, July 20th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
Well, folks, it seems we had a bit of a meltdown here for a second. Everything just kind of froze up on me. So let me go ahead and find some music for your Vajira holes here that will actually play. How about Mr. Fluffball? Haven't played that in a little while. Flies on the Ceiling, the name of the tune. And there she goes. So we're back up and running on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Oh, the turbulence.
This is Jared from Concrete Angels giving a shout out to Alien X Radio.
see where the sun don't shine. We don't need your war. Yeah!
Show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Less commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome!
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, but do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector ray is wearing its mask before it goes and gets its cookies and milk from Walmart. Okay? It's wearing its mask. Calm down. Okay? Karen, relax. Oh, we can't say that anymore, right? Because now that's an offensive word, too. So everybody who's actually named Karen has to change their name. Right? Right. Calm down. That should be it, man. Just that the whole 2021, the whole entire thing should just be calm down. All right? Calm down. It's okay. Calm down. Getting too riled up, folks. You're getting entirely too riled up. Anyway, guys, it is the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm opening up the Alien X lines at 1313-444-8919. Again, that's 1313-444-8919. Or you can Skype me at AlienStone1, all one word, AlienStone, and the number 1. Don't spell out 1 because you'd be wrong. It's AlienStone1. Really, it's an entertainment-based show. We play a lot of music for the Vajir holes. I tell silly stories. Whatever, but if anybody tuned into last week's show, you'll know that when a caller calls in or I get sidetracked, we could talk about some pretty serious issues. Okay? It doesn't mean that I'm highly educated in all of these issues, but neither are most of the people on Facebook. We just heard a song called Dirty Politician by Big Motor Gasoline. That's the name of the band, Big Motor Gasoline. Dirty Politician, the name of that song. And do you remember, by chance, do you remember back in the day when people would be running for office or whatever, they would come on television or they would be interviewed by somebody, and they would systematically tell you what their plans were to attack certain issues, how we're going to deal with this, and, what we're going to do this. Specifically, say, okay, we are going to do this and lay out the plan. And then we're going to do this and lay out the plan. Okay? That's what they used to do. Okay? But they don't do that anymore. Okay? They don't. What they do, because, see, the thing is if they come out on television or in an interview and they actually say what they're going to do, then when they don't do it later, they get a black eye, right? Oh, you said you were going to do this and you didn't do it. Punch in the face. Okay, well, yeah, because they were lying to you because they didn't have any intentions of doing it, or they knew they would never have the ability or be in position or power to do that. Okay? They just talk. Okay? So they don't do that anymore. Instead, they let Facebook do that for them. They let Facebook just blah, 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 talk, and they just put all these nonsense things out there and let everybody put together their own ideas of what they think that they are going to do, what they think their plans might be. Then when they go on television, they don't have to tell you what they're going to do and then not do it later on and be a liar. Instead, they come on there and they spend all of their time on television and all of their time on radio and all of their time in the interview telling you what the other guy is going to do, how bad the other guy is. It's called a campaign, folks. You're supposed to be campaigning for yourself. You're supposed to be educating people on why you should have the job. Not why they should hate the other guy or why they should not give the job to the other guy or gal, whichever, okay? That's not how this works. You guys have got to realize that these people that you're putting in power have never told you what they're going to do. And whenever they get backed in the corner, they say, hey, what are you going to do about this? They go, well, what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple committees get together, and then we're going to brainstorm ideas on how that we can move forward to put together a plan of action. What? You just said absolutely nothing. You said absolutely nothing, folks. You said nothing. Basically, you said, we're going to try harder. Right, but that's not a plan. Right? But that doesn't sell time on the news, right? So instead, he comes out there and goes, oh, my opponent is going to, burn babies alive, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do this. It's like, come on, man. Quit demonizing your opponent and tell me about you. What do you plan on doing? Do you have a plan? No, you don't have a plan. You have Facebook. You have Facebook and whatever. I need more music for the Vajir Hole. See, every once in a while I get off on a tangent here. That wasn't funny. There was no funny in there. Maybe that was a little bit of funny, but I don't know. How about I'm going to play one of my tunes. That's right. Did you know that I also play an instrument and I sing and I record stuff and I program beats and all that kind of stuff, and I've been in bands? Yeah, it's true. I'm not really good at any of it, but I did do it. And I managed to roll tape on it one time when I was all by myself in between bands. This is a solo project simply under the name Alien Stone. The tune is called Can't Stop the Rock. I was a little upset because my band had broke up and I felt like I couldn't stop the rock. So here it is on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I apologize in advance.
No matter what, I just can't stop. I've got don't agree with where we are. Well, maybe we just weren't meant to be stars. Well, maybe we were, but now with each other. So maybe it's better to be away from each other. The end of a dream is the start of another. So we'll start to talk and we'll start to walk the walk. Then I'll talk out of walk, yeah. And then I'll start to be the thing that I know I can't be. All the things I dream. Everybody all around me would agree. It's the way things have to be. When we came along, we slid into this town. But all the rounds we go hit the ground. I just can't believe all the things we did. I just can't believe all these dreams are dead. But now I know I'm just a hand to rock. But no matter what, I just can't stop. I've got to rock. Just can't stop. I can't stop the rock. I can't stop the rock. Out of the flames I rise up again with a techno style and a passion for sin. And the tag on my shirt says out to win again. Just because another chapter is done, that doesn't mean that I forget where I came from. 'Cause getting there is half of the fun. I'm getting older, I'm starting over. I'm feeling bolder, I just can't stop the rock. I'm feeling hunger, I'm rocking longer. I'm feeling stronger, I just can't stop the rock. I'm getting older, I'm starting over. I'm feeling bolder, I just can't stop the rock. I'm feeling hunger, I'm rocking longer. I'm feeling stronger, I just can't stop the rock. 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 I just can't stop the rock.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly. The FBI is searching for the person who shot and killed the son of a federal judge in New Jersey and also wounded the judge's husband. Authorities say a gunman dressed in a FedEx delivery uniform knocked on the door of the home of U.S. District Judge Esther Salas in North Brunswick yesterday. The judge's son answered the door and was killed. Judge Salas's husband was wounded.
Judge Salas is not physically harmed.
That's family friend Francis Womack. The FBI says it's searching for a lone suspect in the attack. The judge was nominated to the federal bench by President Obama in 2011. Prior to that, Salas worked as an assistant public defender. Her son Daniel was a 20-year-old freshman at Catholic University. Union employees say they're planning protests across the U.S. today to call attention to police brutality and systematic racism. NPR's Jeff Brady says they also plan to call for higher wages and expanded benefits.
Organizers, including the Service Employees International Union, called the protests a strike for Black lives. In dozens of locations, workers plan to walk off the job for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's how long prosecutors say a Minneapolis police officer knelt on George Floyd's neck before he died. Alex Harris is a fast food worker in Florida and among those who recorded a social media video promoting the protest.
I had to fight at my job just for protective equipment to work in a safe environment. See, that ain't right.
Protest organizers are calling for a $15 an hour minimum wage, fully funded health care, and paid sick leave. Jeff Rady, NPR News.
President Trump is expected to meet with Republican leaders in Congress today to go over details of a new coronavirus aid package. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has indicated he plans to release details of a $1 trillion aid bill this week. House Democrats have passed a bill that costs $3 trillion. Scientists say they've been doing coronavirus testing on raw sewage in California's Yosemite National Park. Maria Dillon of member station KQED explains why.
Yosemite National Park reopened cautiously on June 11th. An outbreak there would be big trouble for hospitals in rural Mariposa County, which has had only 36 COVID-19 cases and only 1 death. The National Park's health clinic has not turned up any positive cases yet. Yosemite usually gets 4 million visitors a year. Now, access has been capped at half that, but all those tourists need to use the facilities. So health officials sent samples of the national park's raw sewage to a lab. The results show as many as 170 people in the area were infected and likely didn't know it. For NPR News, I'm Raquel Maria Dillon.
This is NPR News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I took my baby on a Saturday thing. Boy, you stay there with you, yes, for one in the same.
It seems we have a bit of a ghost in the machine today. Some strange things are starting to happen, but it's not because of the internet connection. That's working just fine. Okay? So, yes, I actually have swept up all of the names that I dropped last week when I was, talking about Comcast and Comcrap and how bad they are. Yeah, we've swept all those names up. I put them into the trash can. It's over. I'm letting that go now. Clearly, right? Clearly. Anyway, folks, I just want to point out something real quick, too. Did we just listen to the news? Did you just hear the news? Did you hear the news? I was listening to the news. So, there's a place where, there's nobody getting sick, right? Nobody's got the virus. You know, well, some people do. You know, what I'm saying by nobody's hardly anybody. So, we can't get any numbers out of these people out here, folks. Well, what are we going to do? If we don't have any numbers, we can't add to the fear, and we can't add to the getting all the money and all that stuff. So what do? We'll go test their poop. So you're telling me that detectives in major cities around the world are months, if not years, behind on laboratory testing for rape kits and things of that nature for crimes that have been committed. They're way behind in this. But you're telling me that with all the stuff that's going on right now, you had the ability to go into a random sewer in a city, scoop out some poop, and you were able to tell me, bam, just like that at least 170 people, different people in the city, have gotten the coronavirus, didn't even know it, and they pooped it out? Is this what you're trying to tell me? People, it's getting crazier and crazier. It is absolutely nuts. What is next? They're testing poop in the sewer, and they're expecting you to believe that they know who pooped that poop out. It's all mixed together, right? All the poop's mixed together. Detectives way behind on actual laboratory testings of drug testing and blood testing for things and rape kits and all this kind of stuff. Way behind because everybody's overwhelmed. But you're able to go into a sewer and tell me 170 different people have pooped out coronavirus symptoms into the sewers? Folks. Come on. They couldn't even tell me which person had peanut in their poop, okay? I'm just telling you. It's all a bunch of crap. Get it? It's a bunch of crap. Get it? It's a bunch of crap. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to throw some music into your Vajira holes right now, or it gets the hose again. All right, so how about a little of the Creeping Chaos? And one of my favorite tunes, I think it's kind of, actually, it's not even an official song. It's like a hidden track, isn't it? I think it's a hidden track, but it has become official because it's awesome. It's Lady Hijack It on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Tick-tock goes the clock in the evening, my hand closed off. Following the articles to the easy work where the sword's still soft. Apple pie order, right back in the case when I'm done, tucked in neat. Waste not one night, I can find the use for whatever's left that I don't need.
Hey kids, when you're not watching my show, the Segrevson Show Presents, you should be listening to Alien X Radio. That's where I'm at right now, out in space somewhere.
Alien X Radio.
This week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
Now and Earl. This decided to leave town.
Hey, hold up. That's Edgar Deans.
They just picked the wrong day to do it.
Jeez. You guys better get the hell out of here. There's a killer on the loose.
Who could be doing it?
Is that a snake? I'll give you boys $5 for this. After they eat a whole station wagon.
But where do they come from?
I vote for Outerspace.
No way these are local boys.
You see, they're headed right for us.
No Richter scale can measure it.
They're coming!
No scientist can explain it.
Bert, they're under the ground.
You didn't get penetration even with the elephant gun.
Run, run!
And no one knows what to call it.
Megaworms or suckers or suckoids. Now this valley is just one long smorgasbord.
Now, it's up to Val and Earl to save the world.
That's one big mother. Who died and made you Einstein?
And they know just what to do. Flip for it.
Damn.
Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, Tremors.
This is Jason Kane from Circle the Crown, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Waking in the morning, I'm still alive. Last night I was feeling so high.
Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, as we scream through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, or at least talk really loud in the back row on our cell phones, making everybody mad. So they're missing, missing? Is that a word? It's not. It's not. Missing the opening credits. How about, let's see, poop testing. I can't get it. I just saw it again right here. See, poop testing. Amazing to me. Amazing to me that we need to come up with numbers. So we're just going to scoop some poop out of the sewer. We're going to test it and determine who has what. Unbelievable. All right. So anyway, I'm going to give you this. This is a little bit more fun. Talk about diving in. Okay. Louisiana man faces charges for swimming in sporting goods store fish tank. Sounds like a blast, right? The suspect told reporters he plunged into an indoor aquarium at a Bass Pro Shop in Bossier, I'm sure I always get these things wrong, Bossier City, to celebrate getting 2,000 likes on TikTok. You know, it was so funny. Somebody told me I had posted a video before, and they were like, "You should put that on TikTok." And I was like, "What's TikTok?" They just laughed at me. They never told me. They just laughed at me. I figured it out later, but sorry, I'm not up to all this stuff. Anyway. Police in Louisiana were able to reel in a man captured on video swimming through a fish tank at a sporting goods store. Kevin Wise, 26 years old, told KSLA TV that he plunged into the indoor aquarium at the Bass Pro Shop in Bossier City last week to follow through on his promise he made to his followers on social media. Because on TikTok, he told them that if he got 2,000 likes, he would jump into the tank. Well, they went way past that. So I said if I got 2,000 likes, I would jump into the tank, Wisey said. Now I said his name is Wisey. I keep changing everybody's names and everything. It's Wise. But it wasn't very wise of me. I got way more than I did. Wow. I can't believe this. I can't even read my own typing. He got way more than 2,000 likes and he didn't want to be a liar. So he at least followed through. You can't go on TikTok, apparently, tell people you're going to do some stuff, and then not do it. You'd be a liar. A video captured the shopper. Wow. They just he's doing like the backstroke and everything in there until the police, of course, show up, and then he just gets out all soaking wet. And they arrest him. Why did you arrest him? Because apparently it's illegal to jump into the fish tank at a Bass Pro Shop. What would have happened? Can you imagine if he jumped into the tank and it busted? Now, think about it. This tank is big enough for him to swim in. He's not just like in it like a bathtub. He's swimming in it. That's big. That's big. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of fish. A lot of stuff going on there. Can you imagine him in there? The glass breaks and he comes flowing out. All the bass and everything's all flopping all over the place. Oh, what a mess, right? What a mess. Anyway, speaking of messes, it's time to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification, and bring you up to speed on what's happening in the world with another news update, quote-unquote news update, right? And we'll be back after this with more of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
President Trump says about accepting the election results if he loses, we'll see. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
The president on Fox News Sunday claims the election might be rigged by mail-in voting and denies he's running behind Joe Biden now. The new Fox poll shows he is.
On the election in general, the poll shows the president trailing Democrat Joe Biden by 8 points. The president's response?
First of all, I'm not losing.
He called the poll fake. The poll also showed that 71% of Americans would welcome a federal mask-wearing order. Chris Wallace asked,
will you consider a national mandate that people need to wear masks?
No, I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that, no.
When voters were asked if coronavirus was under control, 51% responded, not at all. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
The president is expected to meet today with top Republicans in Congress about another coronavirus financial relief package. The Washington Post and others report he's opposed to approving more money for testing and tracing of people who've been in contact with those infected. He's also demanding a payroll tax cut. House Democrats passed a $3 trillion package that's not being taken up by Republicans controlling the Senate. A federal judge's son is shot and killed at her home in North Brunswick, New Jersey. The FBI is investigating and says it's not known yet if the attack is related to any of Judge Esther Salas's cases. She has received death threats in the past.
20-year-old Daniel Arnold was shot when he opened the front door of the family home. His father, defense lawyer Mark Andrel, was also shot. He is in stable condition following surgery. Salas was not hurt. Cops say the killer was posing as a delivery man.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. A strike is planned today in more than 20 cities to protest racism and income inequality. Tens of thousands of people are expected to take part in what's being called the Strike for Black Lives, including nursing home staff, janitors, delivery, rideshare, airport, and fast food workers. America's listening to Fox News.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R Air Purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
And I have never been to Harlem. Just saying. I might be the baddest mofo no down around this town, but this town ain't Harlem. This town is Taylor. Just saying. Currently a Taylor Tuckian, folks. That's right. That's currently where I is. No Harlem. Sorry. We are broadcasting live on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And fine affiliates in replay and syndication around the world. Fine affiliates like United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, and 97.1 KGSB FM. Get Smashed Radio in Seattle. So, folks, here we are, all the way up to hour number 2. Hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. We don't know what's coming up. We know there'll be music for your host. There'll be more news updates, quote-unquote updates from the news. We have a sports update coming up from the Prospect. That'll be real. That'll be for true. It'll be for true. The way we bastardize the human language, the English language, is amazing to me sometimes. Yeah, how many times has somebody ever said something to you and you meant to say, "Oh yeah, you're right," but you go, "Oh yeah, you're true," and then as soon as you say it, you know you said it wrong. As soon as you say it, but for some reason, you say it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's just me. Never mind. Go back to your regularly scheduled speaking and thinking. Pretend it didn't happen. We have a What the Florida today, but it's not actually from Florida. So we'll say What the Arizona. Can we say that? What the Arizona? Let's do that.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
What the Florida?
What the Arizona? Arizona taxidermist arrested for stuffing his dead wife and keeping her on the couch in his living room. At least it was in the living room. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it would be kind of creepy if like you knew it was always in the bedroom. I'd be like, what are you doing? A man was arrested by deputies. I'm not going to say from where because I always mess up everybody's name. Always. Especially when it's... Never mind. I'm not even going to try that. The sheriff's office. For illegally stuff... It says illegally stuffing the body of his deceased wife. Is there a way to legally do that? I don't think that there's... I don't think you can legally stuff your dead wife. Like with anything. Ugh. Anyway, continuing. He's 51 years old, and he's a world-renowned taxidermist. Okay, so he's really good at his work. You know, bears and chickens and frogs and dogs and whatever. You know, mostly fish and deer probably for people. But when you get real good at it, oh, it's so lifelike. Mm-hmm. Yep. Can you imagine those, like, well, you know, I had a little bit of a problem with the body, so, you know, over there's a plaque on the wall, and there's my wife's, just her head. Wow. Imagine that. Mr. Patterson stuffed his wife with incredible care before dressing her up and placing her in a sitting position on her usual couch. So it's just, you know, maybe they didn't talk a lot anyway. You know, maybe, you know, they were kind of, they were estranged. They didn't really speak much. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, you know, he's normally just sitting there watching television with his little TV dinner in front of him, and she's still in the, you know, peripheral vision watching TV also. So everything's the same for him. Everything's the same for him. The police told me she had been dead for at least 2 years. But I have to admit, I never noticed, even if I saw her dozens of times. This is accounts from people that came over the house. So this woman normally just sat around in a chair and didn't bother to acknowledge anybody. People came over to the house and saw her on the couch. For a long time this was going on, and they never knew she was stuffed. Come on, folks. Are we intentionally pulling the wool over our own eyes at this point? Seriously. Music for the Vajir holes. I gotta find some here. How about every time I think about playing that song, though, I just keep thinking the lyrics to it. I'm like, it grinds me the wrong way. I can't do it. I don't know, man. Some people, when you write songs, folks, it's kind of think about, when you have a certain lyric that repeats and repeats and repeats. Like some people don't like the word moist. Can you imagine if the song was like, oh, it's a moist day out here and it's moist and moist and moist, moist, moist. Okay, you'd freak out, right? Well, there's other words like that. Okay, I'm just saying. You don't want to repeat them over and over again. Save Me is the name of the tune I'm going to play right now. Heist is the name of the band, and it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I think I figured out why they call them roach clips. Because potholder was already taken.
When a woman screams, I just feel the need to be there.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
My name is Zunar J5/9 Doric 47.
Get me the Pentagon. Red priority.
You're a cat.
He's the cat from outer space. You're serious?
I'm serious.
While you and I are talking this very minute, some slimy, green-headed, 12-legged creep could be crawling into the White House.
You're trying to tell me that your little pussycat came from another planet, from another galaxy, in a spacecraft and landed right here on Earth.
You're up against genius.
I gotta tell you something, pal. It's dumb.
It's a spacey comedy that'll boggle your mind.
It is mind-boggling.
owns the secret of this device could control the universe.
You are under arrest.
And the Pussycat, General.
And the Pussycat.
He's got his paws on the power.
The power that cat possesses is awesome.
You betcha, Charlie. And if you know what's good for you, you'll land this thing and let Lucy Bellamy...
Quiet.
Okay.
Walt Disney Productions, The Cat from Outer Space.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. And guys, just want to let you know, you don't have to brace yourselves. The inertia cancelers are fully functioning. The gravitational plates are gravitating. And yes, our deflector Ray is wearing a mask whenever it goes out in public. I'm just saying. So you can relax. You don't have to brace yourself and be prepared. But we are coming up on a turnaround here. Remember, it's a 3-hour tour. No Gilligan's Island pun intended. But it is a 3-hour tour, so we're coming up on that turnaround, okay? And then we're going to start coming back the other way. All right? So just, while you don't need to brace yourself, I felt the need to tell you anyway, okay? So be prepared to not have to be prepared. Does that sound right? Okay. Well, we'll let it go then. Broadcasting live from the other side of Planet Chaos directly into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And in syndication and replay with our fine affiliates around the world, like Western Reserve Digital Radio, K98 in Pennsylvania, Mile High Radio, Good Talk Radio, and IRN Internet Radio Network, just to name a few. Thank you to everybody listening to wherever you are. Thank you to all of my affiliates for carrying my shows. If one of them, if two of them, if three of them, whatever. Those of you that have followed Alien X Radio for the last many years and maybe perhaps followed the shows that I've been doing and the morphing and the changing that they've done, you'll remember a time when I did a show called Don't Touch the Hair. Don't Touch the Hair. I mean, there's been many DJs that did this format. Many radio stations have done this format. Of course, it's the spandex, leather and spikes and hairspray, the hair bands of the 80s and the early 90s. It's been done, right? Well, there's a reason why it's been done so much, because people just seem to love that genre. They really do. Not all people, but the people that grew up through that genre, they really identify with it and love that genre. So I have put out feelers there to all of the DJs that are involved in all the shows here on Alien X Radio, and I've asked them all if they would like to host an episode of Don't Touch the Hair. So I'm putting together my episode right now. D-Unit, he's putting together his episode. Mad Martin, I believe, is putting together his, and then I'm still waiting to hear back from several other people on their progress as well. So I've posted on the Alien X Radio fan group for you to let me know, what kind of songs do you want to hear? What bands? What songs would you like to hear on the first episode that I do coming back of Don't Touch the Hair? Now remember, it's the music from the 80s and the early 90s, hair bands, and also once per hour on the show, it's a 1 hour show, I'll do the hair band ballad of the week as well. So you can vote for as many hard rockin' 80s jams as you want, but remember, every week you're still going to get one tearjerker. Because that's what happened in the 80s, right? Don't touch the hair. Ooh. Yeah. It wasn't all just don't touch the hair. It wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. So let me know what kind of music that you want to hear on the inaugural return of Don't Touch the Hair. In the meantime, some music for your Vajir holes. Black Sunshine and Earth is the name of the tune. Oh, it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello. Welcome to the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. Every year around this time, I always make a point to sports fans that their new season will be different as players sign with new teams that no one has ever dreamed of. Sometimes it works, other times it fails miserably. Well, NFL fans, your new season is complete with one very significant change. For the first time in its 87-year history, the Washington Redskins will be under a new nickname. The move, spurred on by the death of George Floyd and the subsequent protests by Black Lives Matter across the country and around the world, was actually considered many times before by the Native American community. At one point, owner Dan Snyder boldly stated that there would never be a name change despite pressure from activists, but after what has transpired, he has not only welcomed the idea, but he has seemingly made the change overnight. While the new name is still being considered, which I will definitely update you on, this is a very big step in the right direction of the NFL's push for racial equality. Now, the team isn't out of the woods yet, as the front office is being accused of sexual and verbal harassment. In a story published by the Washington Post and reported by ESPN, the 15 women who work with the team have accused 3 men of misconduct, including radio personality Larry Michael, who has since retired. The team haven't commented on the matter, and I will update you on this story as well. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect, saying until next time, Prospect out.
Will President Trump accept the results of the November election? In a weekend interview, he refuses to publicly commit to that. AP correspondent Ben Thomas with what the president told Fox News Sunday and what the Biden campaign is saying about it.
I have to see. No, I'm not going to just say yes. I'm not going to say no, and I didn't last time either.
That's President Trump telling Fox News Sunday he won't make an ironclad guarantee that he'll accept losing.
I'm not a good loser. I don't like to lose.
Adding,
you don't know until you see. It depends. I think mail-in voting is going to rig the election. I really do.
Trump also scoffed at polls showing him lagging behind Democrat Joe Biden. The Biden campaign says the American people will decide the election, and the government is perfectly capable of escorting trespassers out of the White House. Ben Thomas, Washington.
I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel. The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for Mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Hey kids, want to learn how to be a real rock star? Play the Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll by Malcolm Badley. Pick a card. You write wimpy ballads for major motion pictures and lose credibility with your rock audience. Go back 10 spaces. Pick another card. You get Grammy nominations for the same wimpy song. Move up 5 spaces. Uh-oh, the camera does a close-up during your latest video shoot, showing your pockmarked acne face. Go back 3 spaces. The Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll. Count the number of pretentious rock star interjections in the Bryan Adams songs. friends. Play the Bryan Adams game of rock and roll. A board game for bored people.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Welcome back to the attack, everybody. See, you didn't even notice, did you? Those inertia cancelers, man, they're the finest available at Jupiter Station, man. You didn't even feel us do the turnabout. We're heading back towards planet Earth right now, guys. That's right, we made it this far. We haven't encountered any intergalactic piracy going on out here, so we're good with that. Because we don't really have a whole lot of weaponry aboard the mothership here. You know? So, we gotta watch out for them intergalactic pirates. And especially the ice pirates, too. You gotta watch out for them, man. Otherwise, we'll just be drinking warm stuff. They take all our ice. That's not cool. Ice pirates. Can you imagine if they found their way to Earth? If they found their way to Earth, you guys would be toast. Okay? I mean, your planet is so valuable to them. All that water. The ice pirates would suck up all that water, freeze it in their hulls, and be billionaires in the galaxy. Trillionaires. Gazillionaires. And you just be drinking warm pop. Then what? That would suck, right? And you would just refer to them as the lake monster. They came down and sucked the lake dry. Oh, see what I did there, everybody? That little... Yeah, that wasn't very cool. Lake Monster is the name of the tune, by the way, folks. It's by a band called Black Heron. Been in the studio many, many times here inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, Alien X Radio.
Michelle Wolf, lead singer of H.I. Rustica, and you are listening to Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Welcome back to The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, and we're screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds. Don't worry, the deflector ray is wearing a mask in public, and is social distancing itself at least 6 light years from the nearest asteroid. We're broadcasting live on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, and in syndication and replay with our fine affiliates like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio, just to name a few. Thank you to everybody listening wherever it is that you're listening. The Alien X lines are open at 1313-444-8919. Again, that's 1313-444-8919. Or you can Skype me at AlienStone1. Alienstone and the number 1. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. AlienStone1. That's how you get hold of me on Skype. This portion of the show being brought to you by Freedom Heating and Cooling and Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. And don't forget to try out that new Naked Twister thing that's going around. So, as long as you're wearing a mask, I guess it's okay, right? Be doused with lube and other fluids. Anyway, Coming up next week on my other program, which is Inside the Mothership, hosted by myself and D-Unit, we'll be doing an interview with an artist by the name of Sabrina Fala. We last spoke with Sabrina Fala on the air in an interview 3 years ago, so quite a lot has changed since then. She's got a new song out, and she's got a lot of stuff going on, so make sure that you tune in next week during Inside the Mothership. All the stations that you're listening to me live right now, we're also live for Inside the Mothership as well, Sundays at 12 noon Eastern. And her interview is scheduled for the second hour of the broadcast, so about 1:05 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that, as well as a lot of other fun that's going on, like Just a Few Questions. Which, by the way, coming up next hour, a replay of Just a Few Questions from yesterday's episode of Inside the Mothership, where I made D-Unit pick a new career path. But I do that a lot during Just a Few Questions. Those of you that do not know what Just a Few Questions is, it's a little segment where I ask just a few questions. They could be strange questions, they could be bizarre, they could be offensive, and they most likely will be inappropriate. But I ask them anyway. And I put people in strange situations, and I make them do weird things. And D-Unit's getting kind of used to it, actually. He used to, like, shudder and shake it every time and, like, squint every time I asked a question. But he's kind of getting numbed by it. So I need some new victims, actually. So tune in to Inside the Mothership, 12 noon Eastern. We're here on this fantastic station you're listening to right now. So, I brought this story up earlier. I had mentioned that the gentleman in Arizona, his wife had died, and he was a taxidermist. So he stuffed his wife, put her on the couch, and she'd been there for a very, very long time. And people would even come over and say hi to her, and I guess they were used to her just sitting there watching TV and not responding, so they thought she was okay, but she was really just, I don't know, she was just stuffed sitting there. But it could have gone much worse. You know what I'm saying? It could have been much worse. I mean, he loved his wife so much that he couldn't bear to not have her there anymore to watch TV with. So, he did something crazy like that. It could have been worse, like this one. A California man allegedly caught eating body of relative. Okay. Now, there's a big difference between stuffing and preserving it because you love her and you want to keep her around. And then this, A California man was arrested Monday afternoon after police said he murdered a relative and was caught by authorities eating her body. Police said they responded to a Richmond residence after a report of a disturbance. We're going to call that a disturbance now, okay? We used to call things what they were back in the day. Like for instance, this post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome. It's even hard for me to say. It's so disconjointed from what it actually is, which is, if you want to go back through all of the different names that it had, the original one was shell shock. You know what I'm saying? Shell shock and battle fatigue. These are names that really expressed what it was. Now it's post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome. That just takes all the oomph out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they reported to a disturbance, a.k.a. cannibalism and murder. It's a disturbance now. Okay, so they responded to a disturbance. Police said... I already said that. They responded to a disturbance. When officers arrived, they said they actually caught the man in the act of cannibalizing the victim. So there's no question about what's happening here. I mean, you walked in, and there he was, man, with a whole bucket of relative, wings and legs and breasts and all. Finger licking good. What can I say? That's disgusting. So hopefully we don't have to do a whole lot of investigating on this since they walked in on him. This is another reason why we should have body cams on the officers, right? Right? Not just to catch them doing stupid stuff, but when they walk in, it's not them giving an account of what they saw and somebody saying, well, did he really see that? No, you walk in and your body camera should see what he sees. Okay, you walk in, this dude's knelt over a body eating a leg, okay? Or pulling intestines out, chewing on it. Okay, then later on when he goes, no, that wasn't happening. He made that all up. It's on footage, dude. But by the way, if you look at the body, that's human teeth marks all over it. And we're going to do a casting in your mouth anyway. You a freak, dude. You a freak. That's all I'm saying. You a freak. But enough of that, right? Sabrina Fala is going to be our interview for next week. I don't know how I went from Sabrina Fala... I was going to talk about Sabrina Fala over to cannibalism. I don't know how I made that big jump. But she's going to be on the show next week, so Kiss is a Killer is the name of her tune, and I'm going to play that for you right now here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I knew I'd have a bed from the first day that I met you. I have a thing for fast machines, ripped up jeans, and black art tattoos. I just had to try your lips. That's where all the danger lives. Sugar can be poisonous. Your kiss is a killer. Your kiss is a killer. Steal my breath, be my death. Start that time bomb in my chest. Your kiss is a killer. Your kiss is a killer. I'm Tokyo. You're Godzilla. Your kiss is a killer. I'm taking over now, just in case you haven't guessed it. So snap a picture of us, send it off to all your exes. Nothing is as good as this. I feel the fire when you lean in. Go up, rub me up, pretend. Your kiss is a killer. Your kiss is a killer. Steal my breath, be my death. Start that time bomb in my chest. Your kiss is a killer. Your kiss is a killer. I'm Tokyo. You're Godzilla. Your kiss is a killer. 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 Steal my breath, be my death. Start that time bomb in my chest. Your kiss is a killer. Your kiss is a killer. I'm Tokyo. You're Godzilla. Your kiss is a killer. Kiss is a killer. Kiss is a killer.
I'm joined right now by a very special guest. You might know him as Merle from The Walking Dead. It's actor Michael Rooker. So you're listening to Alien Stone.
I'll never be able to say all that. I don't say anything that has to do with alien stones. I don't like talking about aliens, and I definitely don't like talking about their stones. So no, I can't do that. You can do that one. That's my tag, and I'm sticking to it.
The work is done, what to do? You never knew me like I know you. Fixing a hole, filling your void. How does it feel to be one of the boys? Hey, you're dating down. I can see it, they can see it. Hey, I'm breathing now. I'm glad you're out, I don't need you. How does it feel to live like a slouch? Living the dream, look up on the couch. You in the end, smile and turn me around. Instead you left me, turn me down. You only had to smile and turn me around. Instead you left me, you burn me down. Hey, you're dating down. I can see it, they can see it. Hey, I'm breathing now.
Yeah, the Sugar Punk Fairies and Dating Down. The name of that tune. It is time to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification, and another news update, quote-unquote news update, to bring you up to speed on what is or isn't happening in the world. We'll be back with more of The Attack, hour number 3 after this, as well as a replay of just a few questions, so go nowhere.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. The coronavirus is surging, and today Republican lawmakers will meet with President Trump to try to plan the next virus help package.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is prepared to roll out a $1 trillion aid package within days, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi already has passed a $3 trillion measure. But quick passage of any aid package could be complicated, as the Trump administration is objecting to more testing money and interjecting other priorities. The McConnell package is expected to include reduced unemployment benefits and a fresh round of $1,200 cash payments to Americans. One Republican says President Trump is reviving his push for a payroll tax break. Mike Hemp in Washington.
More than 140,000 people have now died from the virus in this country, according to Johns Hopkins University. More than 5,000 of those deaths have been in Florida. Democratic Congresswoman and former HHS Secretary Donna Shalala says it's time to shut down there again.
The virus is out of control. The lack of leadership in the White House and in our governor's office, they simply have not hit this with a hammer, which is what we needed to do.
She was on ABC's This Week. Thousands of workers are expected to walk off the job today in a strike for Black Lives, as organizers call it. Our Julie Walker with Who's Walking Out.
Essential workers like nursing home employees, janitors, and delivery people will join fast food, rideshare, and airport workers in events targeting corporations and government leaders. Major actions are expected in New York, Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Louis, and Los Angeles.
The 20-year-old son of a federal judge was shot and killed Sunday in New Jersey as he answered the door at the family home. A gunman also shot and wounded the judge's husband before taking off. This is AP News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy.
Igor?
And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes, so you can feel free to try out that naked twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, you are now part of the attack. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, hour number 3. That's right, folks. You're late. If you're just tuning in now, you're late. We started this thing at 9. Okay? Don't tell me like you were actually working this morning at 9 o'clock, okay? Because we know that at least from 9 to 10, it's just coffee and wake up time. Okay? So there was no excuse for you not to be listening then. Okay? And then we know from 10 to 11, you're pretty much just planning on where you're going to eat lunch, right? That's pretty much all you're doing during that time. And you still haven't really started any work. So again, you could have been listening. Don't play. Don't play. And the rest of you are all at home anyway because your business is shut down because of, the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? So, don't try it. Don't try that crap with me. You're late.
Coronavirus!
Aha!
I know that's getting old, isn't it? Yeah. The whole thing's getting old, though. It really is. The whole thing is getting old. It's getting old. So, I'm going to read you this story real quick here before we get into some music for your bridge ear holes. And I think what I'm going to do, too, is when I play music, I'm going to go, way back. Like, to one of the very first... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and designate this band as the first band to ever submit music to the station. May or may not be true, but it's far back as I can remember, this one here. And we'll be playing that in a moment. But first, I'm going to give you this little story here. See what you think of this. Cop saves a donkey from a busy highway. And then he drives it safely in his patrol car. Or her patrol car, rather. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess up your gender. Her patrol car. Robin Strader from Norman, Oklahoma, was on her way to work when she spotted something really unusual in the middle of the busy highway. A scared donkey. Now, it was just kind of stuck in the middle of the highway. It didn't know what to do. It didn't know which way to go because there's cars flying back and forth and honking their horns, and everybody's being... That's right, they're all being asses. No pun intended. Actually, fully intended, didn't you know it? But, so he was scared to death, right? So of course, shortly after that, the officer rolled on up on the creature and corralled it and everything, got it to calm down, and managed. This officer managed to get this donkey into her patrol car, in the patrol car, like inside, door closed, head hanging out like a dog. Okay. Our officer encountered unexpected things every day while on her duty. This morning, Officer Kyle Kanan responded to a call. I thought that name was Robin Strader. That seems weird. Responded to a call regarding a donkey on the loose in the 800 and... who cares what... They would say what number block it is. Nobody cares. Okay? Nobody cares. They transported the donkey to a nearby home, for safekeeping until the owner could be located. Now, the owner was not located. Really? So nobody's reporting a missing donkey? This isn't just like a random poodle. Okay? That, there's probably 1,200 poodles in the city. This is a donkey, all right? It's on a highway, so it's not like there's a farm right there. Okay? So you would think somebody has this donkey, right? Nobody claims the donkey. So, guess who decides to foster the donkey? That's right, the officer fosters the donkey while they try to find a home for the donkey, which, of course, who the heck wants a donkey? Nobody. Apparently, except for this officer, who has now, ladies and gentlemen, adopted the donkey and now has the donkey in a little area in her backyard, and she's taking care of the donkey, and the donkey's as happy as can be. So, with all that's going on in this world, let's make it very, very clear. Let's make it very, very clear that while this officer has gone over and above the call of duty and was a very big-hearted humanitarian and took care of this donkey, and now this donkey's going to live a good life. Remember, this is not the first time, and it certainly will not be the last time that a police officer has had to remove a jackass from the middle of the freeway. Yes, I paused for you to spit your coffee out. Are you good now? All right. How about music for the Vajir holes? We're going all the way back to the beginning when I first started asking for bands to submit their music to the station. Curse the Witch from Canada brought us Empty Nights right here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Just one day, part of my
like a baboon with 2 corrupt feet.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
In the far distant future, in a galaxy where those in the know don't go, real estate is cheap, and they've got great sushi. But there's no water.
You got any water?
It is a time when desperate men will swing from the chandeliers.
Pirates, sound the alarm!
Just to get a drink.
Just take a look at that.
Good men like Jason, space pirate, and explorer of the cosmos. His chief engineer and fellow rogue Roscoe. And the beautiful Princess Karina. One tiny band who must bust their buns, battling the masters of all the water in the galaxy. The evil Mithradoids, famous for not being nice.
Killing you would be too easy.
See depravity in zero gravity. Bye-bye. See glamour girls from another galaxy. See kung fu robots. And delight in the mysteries of the seventh world. The one place in the universe to get a decent glass of water. The Ice Pirates. A totally spaced adventure.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
All right, folks. Yeah. The little blip is happening there on the screen. I can see Earth. We're on our way back. That's right. We are in the home stretch, folks. There's a few things left to do here. A little bit more music for your Vajir holes. Another news update for your mind to try to absorb and reject what you know is wrong. It's amazing when I got to put a disclaimer before I give you national news. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. I should just add more music to the show and just drop the news. Because I don't know if I'm telling you the truth or not. I don't know. It's all crap. George Carlin said it best when he said it's all, what did he say? That's right, I can't say it because it's a swear word. It's all bullstein and it's bad for you. That's what he said. It's all bullstein and it's bad for you. Minus the stein. You know what I mean? But anyway, a little bit more music for your Vajir holes here before we get into a news update, commercial break. And then we're going to round out the episode with just a few questions from yesterday's episode of Inside the Mothership, where I have D-Unit and Mad Martin investigating a brand new career avenue that they could possibly take. Interesting? I think so. So stick around for that. Rusty Boilers right now. And Gunman is the name of the tune. The attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
It feels like the storm is forming again with you. No news in your eyes. I'm still looking, but time doesn't lie. You're running away to your Egyptian cotton sheets. Your hair is beautiful. The way it falls on your pillow that night. Stadium still. When you don't go straight. Gunman shot you, but I got hurt. Clearly it's not a tattoo on your hand. It's a glove. You built his name to prove your skeptical love. Your hair is beautiful. You're frosting the lights, messing around with fragments of truth. You're close to the sun. It's not a tattoo, it's a gun. Pastel angels around me again. You did an end run, an end run, an end run, an end run. Clearly it's not a tattoo on your hand. It's a glove. You burned his name to prove your skeptical love. Your hair is beautiful. Angels around me again. You did an end run, an end run, an end run, an end run. Clearly it's not a tattoo on your hand. It's a glove. Burned his name to prove your skeptical love. Your hair is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful.
This is my boomstick!
Yeah! And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Leaders of the European Union are in their fourth day of discussions over a coronavirus aid package. Disagreements over a $2 trillion relief proposal have extended the talks in Brussels. They were supposed to wrap up on Saturday. The summit, involving 27 EU countries, has adjourned temporarily and is expected to reconvene later today. A well-known Chinese legal scholar who was recently detained by police has been fired by a prestigious university in Beijing. NPR's Emily Fang says the professor has been a sharp critic of China's President Xi Jinping over his handling of the pandemic.
Xu Zhangren was detained in early July and held in police custody for 6 days, his friend says.
Now he has been released, but his employer, Tsinghua University, says it has fired Xu, citing a 2018 Ministry of Education provision that forbids teachers from undermining China's ruling Communist Party. The university had already stripped him of teaching duties and cut his salary last year. Xu is a fierce critic of leader Xi Jinping, decrying the country's departure from rule of law and its growing authoritarianism. His friends say Xu has been in and out of various forms of surveillance and house arrest for the last 2 years. Emily Fang, NPR News, Beijing.
State TV in Iran says an Iranian man convicted of providing information to the U.S. and Israel has been executed. When he was executed was not specified. Mahmoud Mousavi Majd was given the death sentence for passing on information about the Revolutionary Guard General Qasem Soleimani, who was killed in a U.S. military drone strike. I'm Dave Mattingly in Washington.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
It's time to answer just a few questions.
All right. Oh, just in time for to catch the Rona. Thanks a lot.
Oh, he's coughed all inside the mothership.
Now we got the British Rona over here.
It's not even...
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. I just choked on my phlegm. It's okay. It's good.
Okay. Phlegm is okay.
This is a Rona-free zone.
There's no Rona. I don't know.
No, Rona.
It is now time to answer just a few questions. 1 is 1, 2 is a couple, and 3 is a few. Everything after that you can call a gaggle, several, many, a plethora, whatever, but just a few questions.
Extra.
And a few little sidetracking rants as well. Who knows? You might feel uncomfortable. You might feel a little pressure.
Oh, you're going to feel uncomfortable.
You might feel a little offended.
Violated.
Violated is a good word. That's a good word.
It's not a good word, dude.
Just remember.
I don't know what type of vocabulary you have.
It's good to describe what he's talking about. Yeah. It's not a pleasant word, no.
I mean, I don't know what type of childhood you had, but...
So we got my man G-Unit, and we got Mad Martin from UG Media over in the UK ready to answer just a few questions.
Question number one.
Question number one, are you ready? Here we go. After dominating the music industry, restaurant business, movies, and television, you are now looking for another way to expand your talents and footprint on the world. So, after looking at several opportunities, you have decided to become a children's party mascot. You can splice together all your musical, comedic, and acting talents into one profession and bring joy and laughter to children all at the same time. So,
oh my goodness.
If you want to follow in the footsteps of greats before you like Bozo the Clown and Barney, you will need to create a character and costume along with a persona and act. Let's start by choosing a character, shall we? Would you like to be A, Chippy number 5, the water skiing squirrel? Your costume is a squirrel with head-to-toe wet fur, swimming goggles, a yellow life vest, and a pair of Speedos with printing on it that reads, "My other swimsuit is also a nutsack." B.
That's awesome.
The Cleveland Owl.
Oh.
This feathery bird brain doubles as a mascot for the Me Too movement's sister campaign called Who To. He teaches children about the importance of building wisdom, never letting shady people stand behind you, and the downside of sodomy.
I'm laughing at Martin, dude, because he's laughing so hard. He's like almost crying, you can tell.
C. Yusuf, the Turkish prison turtle.
Yes! Hell yeah!
This buff turtle is sporting a hand-painted orange shell with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stenciled on the back. This incarcerated tortoise makes math fun to learn while teaching some crafting, like how to make a shank out of a toothbrush and the finer points of brewing good toilet hooch.
Good quality pastimes while in the clink.
He fills in for the Cleveland Owl on occasion with the Who To movement and also speaks about the downside of sodomy. Or D. Igor of Igor's Lube.
Oh my goodness.
This character has an old wrinkly face with a long stitched scar running down from his forehead all the way through his eye and to his chin. A long black robe tied with a hemp rope. This is a one-man puppet show featuring the characters Chippy number 5, the Cleveland Owl, and Yusuf the Turkish prison turtle. And Mad Martin, which do you choose? A, B, C, or D?
I'm going to go with D, please.
D! You're going to have Igor do a one-man puppet show featuring Chippy number 5, the Cleveland Owl, and Yusuf the Turkish prison turtle. Excellent choice.
That's right, because you need versatility to be. You can't pigeonhole your talents.
That's right. And imagine how talented his feet are to be able to do all these puppets at once.
Yes, his feet.
His feet. Quote. And Sir Units of D.
I am going to go with the Baby Muppet Cthulhu.
To make up your own. There you go.
Make up my own puppets with all of A, B, C, and D, and then still have 4 left over for whatever else I need to do.
So you are Baby Cthulhu
using the tentacles.
Using his tentacles to operate the puppets of Chippy number 5, the Cleveland Owl, Yusuf the Turkish prison turtle, and Igor of Igor's Loop.
Igor.
Checkmate. Nice. And here's the thing, too. Nobody even questioned about a wild card answer because there isn't one for this one. But there is a bonus question.
Bonus question.
So since you had the checkmate, you get to answer the first question first, D.
Okay.
What song will be your theme song?
Oh! That's good.
But you don't have an answer.
I don't have an answer. What would be my theme song?
Yep. So Baby Cthulhu is about to come out.
It would have to be the Carnival theme song, dude, just because that's how Carney's going to look.
There you go.
Just got to go with the classic on that one, I think.
All right. Matt Martin, what's your theme song?
You see, I was going to go with the John Wayne Gacy approach and go clown as well. Damn.
I think we pointed this out earlier in the show that great minds all think alike.
Yes.
I know, right? In some sick, twisted way.
Or maybe just some like off key, like the organs, like.
Can you make that sound like porn music though? That's how I would do it.
911, what's the state of your emergency? My friend is having a stroke.
Pipe organ porno music. Write that down.
That's what I'm saying.
Pipe organ porno music.
Yes.
We just invented a genre.
I did.
That's amazing.
Make Ron proud.
Double check.
I will go with the Spanish Flea.
The Spanish Flea.
Spanish Flea?
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the jazz hands and everything.
Isn't that the dating game song?
Yeah, but it's Spanish Flea. But yeah.
Whatever. Copyright pending.
Yeah.
Copyright pending. And that brings us to
Question number 2.
Question number two.
Yeah.
Kids love music. You will need to have some songs to keep them entertained. The songs that should be about things that they can relate to as kids, but they can't be just about school and eating your vegetables, right? What song titles do you think would make for great choices? A, these are going to be 4 groups of 4. You got to choose what your song titles are going to be. You're going to have 4 songs to perform for these kids. A, there's plenty of good things to drink under the sink. I bet that would fit in my nose. Why are the models naked in Daddy's catalog? And cold baby wipes. Or B, titties taste better than paste. Potty training is cutting into my cartoon time. Mommy hates you when you cry. Or temper tantrum. C, it picks up its toys or it gets the hose again. Counting and spelling, there'll be plenty of time for that later. Bedtime for mommy, NyQuil for baby.
Giggity.
The tooth fairy owes me some cash. Or D, Daddy was the milkman.
Oh, wow.
Santa is fake, so get a job. It's your fault mommy's crying. And weekends with Daddy. Those are your choices. Is it A, B, C, or D? There is a wild card answer and a bonus question. And go, sir, unit of D.
I'm going with D on that one.
D, Daddy was the milkman. Santa is fake, so get a job. It's your fault mommy's crying. And weekends with Daddy.
Yes, all in death hardcore music.
Death hardcore music. Played on a pipe organ.
Played on a pipe organ.
Excellent.
Corn pipe organ. With gothic vocals.
Sir Martin of Mad.
I'm going to go with A in the style of Timmy Tim, like Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
So Timmy Tim style, and there's plenty of good things to drink under the sink. I bet that will fit up my nose. Why are the models naked in Daddy's catalog? And cold baby wipes.
See, yeah, there's a wild card answer where you can mix a lot of those together. Like a couple from each list, it would be good too. So wild card answers, the best of, including all the songs.
But here is the wild card answer that neither of you chose. Stacking dirty diapers. Headless Barbies tell no tales. Blackmailing mommy.
Oh, yeah.
And just asking why. In
the style of
Cartman.
Gothic singing.
No, in the style of Stewie. Mom, why? Mama, Mom, why?
Oh, mother, why are you doing this? Where's Brian?
You know, we actually had a person with the correct accent, and we both tried it before we threw it to him. You know? The bonus question. Will you be playing a keyboard made by Casio or Fisher-Price?
Ooh.
Martin. Martin says Fisher-Price.
Dude, I'm going Casio.
Casio. He went with the upscale kids.
They got the
Casio.
built-in drum.
Yeah, I got the
drum kit on top.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, you just Casio boxed right there.
Right, didn't I? Yeah. So you don't realize that they actually hired me a long time ago and they just recorded me. And that's what that is.
And here we are in your basement.
That's right. I signed in the wrong spot.
In blood.
That's right. And that brings us to...
Question number 3.
Question number 3! Question number 3 goes like this. Sometimes kids will respond to magic tricks. So, it might be a good idea to incorporate some magic into your act. You have the character, the costume, and the songs. So now let's add 3 magic tricks to round out your entire act. Here are a few selections to choose from. So you get to there's 6 magic tricks here. You get to choose 3 of them to incorporate into your show. So the first magic trick is sawing mommy in half, bagging the top half up and sending the bottom half home with daddy. 2, make all the money in your piggy bank turn into a 6-pack of beer and a promise that daddy will quit. 3 is turn corn into candy. Oh, see, my phone just wigged out now, see? My phone just messed up. The pull my finger trick. Make all the money in your college fund turn into a crippling gambling problem and the promise that mommy will quit. Or number 6, pull a Bitcoin out of a kid's ear. Those are your 6 choices, and the unit.
I'd pick just one of them?
3 of them. 3 magic tricks. So, sawing mommy in half, bagging up the top half, and sending the bottom half home with daddy.
That one's definitely going to be on there.
Okay, that one's definitely on there, so that's the D unit one. All right. Make all the money in your piggy bank turn into a 6-pack of beer and a promise that daddy will quit.
Oh, that's definitely going to be in there, too.
All right. Turn corn into candy. The pull my finger trick. Make all the money in your college fund turn into a crippling gambling problem and the promise that mommy will quit.
I'll take that one, too.
All right. Which means you gave up pull a Bitcoin out of a kid's ear.
I don't have care to what that's a Bitcoin.
Exactly. And Matt Martin, your choice is... Boy, just knocked both of our cameras right out, dude.
Right in the middle. Because that's
I'm going to go
technology.
Because we're talking magic, and magic falls in with mythology and things that don't exist. So I will pull the Bitcoin out of a child's ear.
All right. So you got the Bitcoin.
Wait, man, you got deep on that one, kind of, man.
Oh, no, yeah.
So you got 2 more to choose from. You got 2 more you got to choose.
What are my choices?
You can technically choose.
Saw mommy in half and give daddy the bottom half. Turn your piggy bank money into beer and a apology. Corn into candy. The pull my finger trick. Or turn your college fund into a crippling gambling problem and a promise that mommy will quit.
The turn my college fund money into the thing for mommy don't quit.
Okay, and then your third?
I'm going to go with saw mommy in half because, it's a win-win.
All right, it's a win-win. She's quiet and you get all the best parts. Winning! you get to doggy in the doggy bag. Yeah, that was wrong.
That was absolutely terrible.
That's right. And now it's time for lightning strikes. Snot, pee, puke, and blank. Snot, remember we've been talking about kids and stuff. Remember. Snot, pee, puke, and blank. D unit. Snot, pee, puke, and blank. D unit.
I don't know.
Mae Martin.
Snot.
You already said snot. And blank. Snot, pee, puke, and blank.
Yeah, we got to come up with a blank on this one.
Oh, we got to come up with a blank. Oh, sorry. My bad.
You should know this. Don't you have like 1,100 children?
Right.
Yes, tears.
Tears is that's a well-placed piece of sarcasm. That would have been good on the Who Wants to Be a Smartass, but that ain't this one. So the answer is poop. Snot, pee, puke, and poop. Oh. See, I threw you off by not putting it next to the pee. See?
Don't be mine.
Yeah, this whole thing is a mine. Most painful Lego to step on with bare feet. Is it a 1-piece, a 2-piece, a 4-piece, a 6-piece, or an 8-piece? Go, Man Martin.
Oh, it's got to be the 1-piece because you can't see it. You're liable to see something, so you can avoid it. But the 1-piece with that sharp corner, just in between the fibers of the, especially if you've got like a thick carpet. Ooh,
right in your web feet.
You can tell that's. Yeah, you can tell I've had that before.
I'm thinking it's the 8-piece because of the same type of thing, but it's like bigger and there's more. Not as much give to it or roll to it.
Mad Martin gets a answer unit of D. The 1-piece is smaller and it stabs in farther, whereas the 8-piece has more surface space and it gets absorbed in a larger portion of your foot. If you step on a 1-piece barefoot, chances of you bleeding are pretty good. Not necessarily. But it's
we're gonna
pretty
test
good.
this. You're going to test this theory
I've tested this. I had nieces and nephews every morning.
We're going to do it next weekend. I'm going to go buy some Legos.
I know this is scientific fact.
Here's another piece right along the same thing. What is the most painful army man to step on? Remember all the army men that there are?
It's gotta be the kneeling dude.
And
yeah, it's got to be the kneeling bazooka dude.
So close! I'm going to give it to you because you just went blank and said kneeling dude. But you went kneeling bazooka dude.
Yeah.
The bazooka dude is still not the most dangerous. The most dangerous guy is the one with the radio. He's kneeling. He's got the radio talking on it with that antenna sticking straight up in the air.
Yeah.
It doesn't tip over. He's solid. And just... Oh, man. The chances of you bleeding stepping on the radio guy is about 100%. You're going to bleed. The radio guy. And even in real war, he's the most dangerous guy because he can call in the planes with the napalm and the bombs. Right?
Yeah, just speak to anyone from Japan.
Whoa.
You're not allowed to say that.
Whoa. Okay. What is this?
I don't know. You wrote it.
Okay. I put you instead of your, so it threw me off when I was reading this. Okay. Your kids have put on masks and set fire to a police station. What do? Do you A, talk to them to find out why they are so angry? B, let the police handle it. It's their problem now. Or C, beat your kids!
C?
C, thank you! You've been doing this whole time, they wouldn't be up burning down police stations.
See in front of them and beat the apology that that the police require.
Beat your kids.
That's right, it all starts with the spanking.
Slap hands on that ass. True or false? Soda in a baby bottle is a bad thing.
Depends
false.
On what your outcome is.
You know how much fun that would be? And how might fun be bad?
Oh, that's it. How can anything be fun? That's good. How can something fun be bad? Write it down. That's a bumper sticker right there. Alien X Radio. How can something so fun be so bad?
It depends on the perspective and the desired effect.
I guess, yes. It didn't specify you were actually going to give it to the baby. So
well, now
I would take either of those answers just fine. So yes. So the next one, true or false? Wine in a baby bottle is a bad thing.
Oh, that's definitely true.
That's true that it's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing. Well, it's true and it's false. It's bad for baby, but it's good for mommy at the grocery store. You bring 2 bottles and you put a little X on one of them, ladies. And when the baby's just... You keep drinking the wine, just don't make it mixed up.
Because he's had nieces and nephews.
Yeah! So...
that are never allowed over again.
Ever. Kool-Aid or Capri Sun?
Oh, Kool-Aid, dude.
Kool-Aid. And you?
Don't even... If you freaking buzz me on Kool-Aid compared to Capri Sun, we're having words, bro. I want to be taken off that top.
Matt Martin, Kool-Aid or Capri Sun?
I'm going to go with the Kool-Aid.
Absolutely, man. I am not from the Capri Sun generation. That was the nieces and nephews and their freaking Legos.
Yeah, and they suck. Dude, they suck to open, man.
Just saying, man. They do.
Even though Kool-Aid came up with the same type of thing years later.
Well, yeah, that was because of the stupid novelty. But what was inside? Kool-Aid.
Right.
Same stuff. You know how many times I went to stab the straw and went all the way through the other side too?
Yeah. They should have had a YouTube back then to show how to use those.
An infomercial. Are you tired of stabbing your straw all the way through your glass of Kool-Aid? Try this little pouch thing.
Yeah, well, you got an adult version, which is box wine with a tap on it.
And then hand it to a 6-year-old and tell him, be careful, don't squeeze it.
That box wine only costs $8, bro. Okay, you need to stop.
I know, right? Yeah. Don't diss the box wine.
Yeah, don't diss
Value
the box
for money
wine, man.
and the functionality of actually having a tap.
You throw it right there in the freaking refrigerator, bro. It's got its own little shelf. Right next to the Abso Pure Water.
And more
and this tap.
And more of these important questions that need to be answered. Push-ups or rocket pops?
Ooh.
Oh, the ice cream truck's coming. I'm
gonna go rocket pops. Yeah.
Rocket pops?
Yeah.
I love it. A good rocket pop. Yeah.
Or push-ups was more like the sherbet thing.
Yep, that was sherbet.
Good.
Yeah. Neither one of those 2 things that we're talking about are ice cream.
Right.
But you got it from the ice cream man.
Yeah. I'm the ice cream man. Stop when you're passing by.
So you say rocket pop.
I
you,
say
sir.
rocket pop.
Madden of Martin. I said Madden. Like he's like a football guy.
I'm surprised you even knew that.
So the mountain of mad.
Yes. We have like them push-up lolly things, which are really, really awkward. So I'm going to go with the rocket pops because they're wicked.
Yeah, I concur, man. I think out of those 2, if it's a hot day, a rocket pop. A push-up isn't as refreshing on a hot day as a rocket pop would be.
That's more of a...
Also, if you squeeze it too hard and it's not coming and you're struggling, and then you just put that extra pressure and it just shoots out the tube and then just lands on the floor and you end up with nothing.
Can you mark that?
Damn, we're going to pull all that out.
All that out. All that needs to be pulled out.
All of that's coming out, man.
The next Igor's Lube commercial was just made.
I'm going to try to remove all the music out of the background and replace it with pipe organ porno music. I think that'll go very well.
Igor's Lube. Get some at church.
That's right. Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers? You have to pick one. You can't have them both.
Sesame Street. Man.
Sesame Street and Sir Martin of Mad.
I know of Mr. Rogers, but never saw it because over here in Britain we only had Sesame Street, so I'm going to go with Sesame Street.
All right, I concur. I've seen both of them, and I'll be quite honest with you. Mr. Rogers was a little creepy. Okay, he was a little creepy for me.
Mr. Rogers is like
I'm not saying he was a pedophile.
Preschool type thing, and then like when you get to like first grade and on, dude, that's when you want to watch the Sesame Street type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Like,
he's more preschool.
Yeah, because like, dude, Super Grover was the shiznit. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Super Grover. Super Grover. Absolutely.
Love me some Super Grover, dude.
Love me some Sesame Street. Give me some Sesame.
No. Bert and Ernie, a little weird, but whatever.
I love the memes that are floating around.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Oscar the Grouch was the biggest racist around.
Once again, I don't think he actually...
He wasn't, because he hated everybody.
Hated everybody.
Everybody.
Would definitely be the one to shiv you if he saw you in the street at night.
And our final one here is Mr. Dress Up or Kids Incorporated.
I'm going Kids Incorporated.
Mad Martin.
Kids Incorporated.
I've got no idea which any of those are.
Wow.
So I'm playing the dumb British card here.
So just go with your man D. Follow your man D on this one.
Okay, what D said.
I will give you this for having a cool theme song. Kids Incorporated. But I always watched Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Dress Up and Finnegan and Casey. He had that big old trunk. Whenever they wanted to do something, you pull out the trunk and put on a costume from it.
Something right now, dude.
I have a big trunk full of costumes. I call it the Mr. Dress Up trunk.
If Mr. Dress Up was never around, okay, then what's her name would have never been made.
What's her name?
That was it down a bit.
What's Bruce Jenner?
Oh,
Bruce Jenner would still be Bruce Jenner. Is that bad?
Mr. Dress. Don't watch Mr. Dress Up. It's a gateway. Next thing you know, you'll have dresses and you'll cut off your winky. Stop. I liked it then, man. I liked it that show, man. He would always draw stuff and do crafts with people and stuff. And I think he was in between. You know how you said the one was like preschool?
Yeah.
Mr. Dress Up was like kindergarten. And then you moved on to starting to learn your numbers and stuff like that when you went into Sesame Street.
All right.
Sesame Street started, brought to you by the letter A, brought to you by the numbers 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That was on Mr. Dress Up?
No, that was on Sesame Street.
Right.
Yeah. 11.
Or 40. Whatever the number was.
Right, whatever the number was that day, exactly. And the pinball's bouncing around the pinball machine. Yeah. Young people are going, what in the hell are they talking about? That wasn't on SpongeBob.
Freaking lost it. The freaking gone, man. Way out there. Way out there.
And ladies and gentlemen, that has been Just a Few Questions. All right, everybody, that is all the time we have for this week's episode of The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I've been your host, Alien Stone. I do want to thank everybody who's been tuning in on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, WCT, WCET FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, as well as 920 WOM The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, IRN Internet Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, K98, and Western Reserve Digital Radio. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. If you want to send me any comments or complaints or emails or anything, send them to alienstone@alienxradio.com, or you can send text messages on over to the Skype line, alienstone1. Until next time, this is Alien Stone saying peace, and I hope that when I beam you back to planet Earth this time, all of your parts are back in the right places. Bye-bye now.